Let me guess. You've tried to quit. You've tried to quit doom scrolling until your thumb goes numb, eating garbage out of the fridge at midnight, hitting the snooze button like it owes you money, or whatever your personal flavor of self-sabotage is. You've read the articles. You've watched the motivational videos. You white-knuckled your way through a few days, maybe even a week, powered by sheer willpower. And then inevitably you found yourself right back where you started, feeling even weaker, more frustrated, and more convinced than ever that you're just not one of those disciplined people. Here's the truth they don't tell you in those feel-good videos. Willpower is a lie. It's a finite resource. A battery that starts at 100% in the morning and is blinking red by 3 p.m. A habit, on the other hand, is a deeply ingrained, automated reflex that requires zero energy. It never gets tired. Trying to fight a powerful habit with willpower is like trying to stop a tidal wave with a bucket. You will always lose. You are not weak. Your strategy is broken. You've been bringing a knife to a gunfight. Today we change that. We're not talking about feelings. We're not talking about motivation. We're talking about a system. A 3-part protocol to deconstruct, dismantle, and permanently execute any habit that is holding you back. This isn't a list of tips. This is an operating system. Part 1. The autopsy. Expose your enemy. Your first step is to stop acting like a judge and start acting like a detective. Judgment makes you emotional and weak. Data makes you strategic and strong. For the next 7 days, you are not a victim of your habit. You are a scientist performing an autopsy on it. You need to understand its anatomy before you can kill it. Every habit, good or bad, runs on a simple 3-part neurological loop. 1. The trigger, the cue that launches the automated program. It can be a time of day, a location, an emotion, a sound, or the action that came just before. 2. The routine, the habit itself. The scrolling, the snacking, the smoking. 3. The reward. This is the most misunderstood part. This is the real reason you perform the habit. The routine is just the vehicle. The reward is the destination. You don't crave the cookie. You crave the momentary relief from boredom or stress. You don't crave the social media feed. You crave a distraction from the difficult work sitting in front of you. But we have to go deeper, because beneath this loop is something far more powerful, your identity. The real reason you can't quit isn't the habit itself. It's that the habit reinforces an identity you've accepted for yourself. You don't just procrastinate. You see yourself as a procrastinator. You don't just sleep in. You see yourself as not a morning person. You don't just eat poorly. You see yourself as someone with no self-control. Every time you perform the bad habit, you cast a vote for that negative identity. Our goal is not just to change your actions, but to starve that identity until it dies. So here is your mission. It is non-negotiable. For 1 week, get a notebook or open a notes app. Create a habit autopsy log. Every single time you perform the habit you want to quit, you will log the following 5 data points. No emotion, just the facts. 1. Time and location, be specific. 9:15 p.m. on the couch. 2. The trigger, what exactly just happened? Felt a wave of anxiety about my work deadline. 3. The routine, describe the action. Pulled out my phone, opened Instagram, and scrolled for 40 minutes. 4. The reward, what did I really get from this? Temporary numbness. I didn't have to think about the deadline. A brief, shallow sense of connection. 5. The identity reinforced. What story did this action just tell me about myself? I am someone who runs from pressure. I am not disciplined. You do this without fail for 7 days. By the end, you will have a dossier on your enemy. You will see its patterns, its triggers, its true purpose. You will see the pathetic, weak identity it feeds on. And then, you'll be ready for the intervention. Part 2. The intervention, rewrite the code. You don't break an old habit. That neural pathway is a superhighway paved into your brain. You simply build a new, more efficient one right next to it and divert all the traffic. You systematically rewrite the code. This is a 2-pronged attack. First, environment design. You will add massive friction to the bad habit. Your environment is the invisible hand that shapes your behavior. Right now, it's making your bad habit easy and convenient. We're going to reverse that. We're going to make it a pain in the ass. Want to quit doom scrolling? It's not enough to delete the app. Put your phone in grayscale mode. It becomes instantly less appealing. Use app blockers with timers that lock you out. At night, physically leave your phone charging in another room. Not on your nightstand. Another room. Want to stop mindless snacking? Don't buy the junk food. If it's not in the house, you can't eat it. If someone else buys it, bury it. Put it on the highest shelf in an opaque container behind the quinoa. Make it an ordeal to get to. Want to stop watching pointless TV? Unplug the television from the wall after each use. Take the batteries out of the remote and put them in a drawer. The tiny bit of effort required is often enough to make you reconsider. Make your environment your ally, not your enemy. Make discipline the path of least resistance. Second, and this is the kill shot, create a microscopic replacement routine. Look at your autopsy log. You know the trigger. You know the real reward you're chasing. Your job is to find a new, positive routine that delivers a similar reward, and it must follow one rule. It must take less than 2 minutes to complete. Why 2 minutes? Because it's so easy you cannot say no. It's too pathetic to make an excuse for. Trigger, feeling stressed at your desk. Reward you crave, a mental break. Old routine, smoke a cigarette. New micro-routine, stand up, do 5 deep breaths, and drink a glass of water. Time 60 seconds. Trigger, the end of a YouTube video. Reward you crave, more easy dopamine. Old routine, click the next recommended video. New micro-routine, close the laptop and immediately do 10 push-ups or 10 squats. Time 30 seconds. Trigger, boredom on the couch. Reward you crave, stimulation. Old routine, open social media. New micro-routine, pick up a book you placed on the coffee table and read just 1 page. Time 90 seconds. The goal of the new routine isn't to change your life in 2 minutes. The goal is to cast a vote for your new identity. You're not trying to become a healthy person instantly. You're just proving you're the type of person who does 5 deep breaths instead of smoking. You're becoming a person who reads 1 page instead of scrolling. Small, decisive actions create a new identity. A new identity creates new, automatic habits. Part 3. Fortification, Plan for War. Let's be brutally honest. You're going to slip up. Your old programming will fire. You will eat the cookie. You will scroll the timeline. This is not a moral failure. It is a strategic data point. Amateurs get emotional when they fail. Professionals get analytical. The difference between those who succeed and those who quit is that the professionals have a plan for this moment. Your plan is called the Fortification Protocol. First rule, never miss twice. This is the cardinal rule. A slip-up is an anomaly. Missing twice is the beginning of a new bad habit. You ate a donut for breakfast? Fine. You will guarantee that your lunch is clean. You skipped your morning workout? So be it. You will go for a walk in the evening. You fell off the horse. Your only job is to get back on, immediately. No negotiation. No self-pity. Second, conduct a system debug. When you fail, you don't spiral into guilt. You ask one simple, tactical question. Which part of my system failed? Was the trigger stronger than I anticipated? Did I not add enough friction to the old habit? Was my replacement routine not rewarding enough? Failure is just feedback. It's showing you a weak point in your fortification. So you adjust. You add more friction. You find a better replacement routine. You update the system and redeploy it. Third, and this is how you make it permanent, acknowledge your victories. Every time you successfully execute your new routine, you must take 2 seconds to verbally affirm your new identity. You did 10 push-ups instead of opening TikTok? Look in the mirror and say, I am a person who takes action. You read 1 page instead of scrolling? Close the book and say, I am a reader. It sounds ridiculous, but your brain believes the stories you tell it. You must actively write the story of your new identity, one small victory at a time. This is how you cement the change. You are not your habits. You are the architect of your habits. For years, you've been fighting a war with nothing but your bare hands. Today, you have a strategy. You have a system. You have weapons. So pick one. Just one shitty habit that has been holding you hostage.